Democratic presidential hopeful Hillary Clinton has a new campaign initiative. She wants to expand family leave for working parents. She outlined her plan before a one-on-one interview with our political reporter, Allison King. Allison here now with details.
Well, R.D., Hillary Clinton said several times in our interview today that she believes she can be a president who can reflect the reality of real working people. Some might say that's a bit of a stretch for a woman who lived in the White House for 8 years. But Clinton is quick to remind people that she was once a full-time employee at a law firm struggling with the issues of first-time motherhood.
The morning after she was born, I'm in the hospital, and one of the partners of the law firm calls me up and says, well, I heard you had a baby. I said, well, yeah, that usually happens when you're pregnant. And he said, well, do you want me to pick you up on the way to work? That was his idea of a joke. And
Hillary Clinton pulled a page from her own mommy diaries. She gave birth to daughter Chelsea while working full-time in a law firm to sell her agenda for working families. It's a plan that would extend unpaid family leave to an additional 13 million workers and spend $1 billion a year on paid leave programs. Clinton's plan would also expand the Family Medical Leave Act to include companies that employ at least 25 workers, down from the current 50.
Parental leave rules may give many families time off, but families of modest means too often simply can't afford to take it unless that leave is paid.
President Bill Clinton signed the Family Medical Leave Act in 1993, but the law, as it stands, still leaves millions of families burdened.
Family leave only covers those who work for businesses with 50 employees or more, and the leave is unpaid.
At a speech given at the YMCA in Salem, New Hampshire, Clinton says her plan would also require that all workers be given 7 sick days a year that could be used to care for themselves or their children. I don't think any working person would have issues with some of the proposals you put forward today. I think the bigger issue for some Americans is going to be how are we going to pay for this?
Well, everything that I have proposed, I have said how I'm going to pay for it. What I have proposed is spending about $1 billion to encourage states to look at what they could do to try to make paid leave for new parents available. And, the way I think about this is that, yes, it's a cost, but we're paying the cost in other ways.
Clinton says there is a significant price to pay for lost productivity in the workforce, employee absenteeism, and a high amount of workplace turnover. When you talk about 7 days of sick time, do you see this as something that you mandate that businesses do? Do you suggest that businesses do this?
Well, we're going to suggest and we're going to encourage states to make it part of their paid leave program, because different states have different needs as to how they want to proceed with the work-family issues.
At all her campaign stops, from house parties to town hall meetings, Clinton is joined by a majority of women, in part because her theme this week is focused on working women, but polls show she has the women vote in her pocket for now. How would Americans know or experience, if you win, how would Americans know or experience that a woman was in the White House?
Well, when they turn on their TV set every night. I think part of it is what I care about, what my life experience has been. I want to make it clear to all these people around our country who frankly feel invisible. They don't think anybody sees the struggles they're undergoing, that their president does, and that we're going to try to help.
Would you seriously consider a woman as a running mate?
Well, that's kind of one of these don't rock the boat. I don't want to presume anything. I am working as hard as I can every single day to reach out and earn every vote. So I'm going to wait until I win the nomination, hopefully.
Wouldn't rule it out?
I'm not going to rule anything in or out because I'm not thinking about that. That's off a ways.
Clinton is having a dream week on the campaign trail. The latest poll shows her breaking the symbolic 50% barrier for the first time, and she has widened her lead over her closest Democratic challenger, Barack Obama. Clinton has also amassed a $50 million campaign war chest, making her the leading fundraiser, RD, among all the candidates.
Nice to be the front runner when you're in a campaign, but there are burdens that go with that.
Well, that's right. I mean, when you're that far ahead in money and poll numbers and whatnot, obviously, number one, you become the target of all the attacks. And believe me, those attacks are coming. And also, if anything happens to the polls, if they come down a notch or two, you're losing momentum. You know, so it's kind of, you have nowhere to go but down to some extent, as Howard Dean found out 4 years ago. But there's a long way to go yet, but it certainly is a good week for Hillary.
Depending on when New Hampshire and Iowa hold their caucuses and primaries, it may not be that long to go.
Exactly. Timing is everything.
Allison King, thank you.